Our client thought this kitchen is going to be white.
Yeah.
Yeah. He thought his whole thing is going to be white with white stone and everything else. So he was shocked when he first came in.
And that's what he said.
So.
He said, I thought, you know, it's going to be the typical white and gray kitchen, and it's complete opposite. Drum roll, please, because our kitchen transformation is finally complete, guys. I am so excited. I have been preparing for the past few days for this moment because we've waited almost 6 months for this beautiful transformation. So guys, this is the time right now for you to subscribe to our channel because this property I'm about to show you, well, just a little part of it, has been in the making for the past 6 months, and we're definitely gonna have more videos coming up. So I want you to subscribe now because you don't want to miss the remaining reveal of this property. Okay, so true story. This property belongs to a wonderful subscriber of ours. And yes, I say that proudly because Nelson came to me about 7 months ago and he had purchased this property, which was completely outdated. It was a subdivision located just north of Toronto. Very nice house, but everything had to go. So he trusted us. And when I say us, I'm talking about Zarcon Homes, Ali, and myself as the designer to completely transform this property. And that's exactly what we did. It's so nice to be standing in this finished kitchen and actually look around and think, we created this.
Absolutely.
Good job.
Thank you for having me back. Good to see you guys again. Nice to be back on Sunny's vlog. I'm here. Ask me any questions you want.
Well, I'm sure the viewers want to know. There's a lot that has happened here, and I just want to go through all of the different things that we've done and kind of give them a price range of what it would cost to do this themselves. Okay. So let's start with, we got rid of those ugly tiled floors throughout the whole house.
Yes. So if you remember, we got the house from Nelson. We had very ugly tiled flooring. The cabinetry was that cherry looking, old school subdivision style, I would say again. And we had the cashmere white countertops.
Which is so dated.
Which is so dated. And obviously Nelson wanted the best of the best. And you went through all the colorings with me. And right away we started demoing everything. Not only this kitchen, as you know, the entire house was demoed. All the bathrooms were demoed. The basement was demoed. And then immediately started with flooring.
Right.
So
which I love the floor right now.
It is very much in. You and I use this floor in most of our, you know, super high-end projects.
Yes.
It's a 6.5 inch white oak, Siberian white oak. And the reason why I'm mentioning Siberian white oak, because it's more dense.
Yes.
Therefore, you know, parties, high heels.
Parties and high heels, guys, this is the type of flooring you want to have because you will not get all of the knickknacks and the markings on your floor. But it still looks very light and neutral, gives it like a nice modern feel.
Absolutely, and it flows with everything else, right? So we did that immediately, and we started having to move some of the plumbing around because the exact position of, well, first of all, there was no pot filler there.
Right.
So we had to add plumbing for pot filler, do the rough in.
But we kept the same
The setup was the same.
Yes. So we did keep the same L-shaped design in the kitchen.
Yes.
When we removed the island, we obviously went with a much bigger island because the island before
right? So
was very small for the space.
Again, what I love the most, and obviously it was a surprise because Nelson had no idea you're going through these colors. It's very, very bold.
Nelson actually mentioned that he thought we're going to go with the typical white and gray kitchen. And how surprised he was when we came and said, ta-da!
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Took a bit of work. Like for example, this is solid oak that was done in this fluted design, all glued by hand. And
I love this hood.
It came out so nice.
Let's explain to the viewers because something like this, there are cheaper materials that you can go with to get this look. But our client decided, because he likes everything to be exclusive to him.
Yeah, he wanted the best
He wanted
of the best.
custom. So how much did it cost us to do this hood?
So let me give you an idea. The canopy, even on the side of the island, we use this fluted oak, solid oak design. I'll give you an idea on the whole project in terms of the cabinetry work. So you have the fluted oak and you have rift cut oak that was stained in ebony.
Right.
So this is not pre-finished. This is the real deal, right?
This is such a beautiful
It makes a
finish.
huge difference.
Yes.
You know, when you touch it, you realize the actual texture of it. You could have done something a bit less expensive by maybe using pre-finished material, but obviously the oak in all of its glory, stained in ebony, it's something totally different.
So how much would it cost to do this type of cabinetry for this size kitchen? So we're not talking anything double the size of.
No, I understand. So imagine the cabinets and the island included, you are looking at I would say somewhere around 40,000.
Okay.
$37,000 to $40,000.
Okay, and this is Canadian for all you American viewers.
Canadian dollars, of course. But then obviously you start from there and you have the accessories that are add-ons.
Right.
Obviously these beautiful knobs and...
You also did the paneled fridge and freezer here.
Yes.
And guys, remember that video that we did on all of the 5 top trends of 2022? This was part of it, so make sure you check out that video, paneling your appliances. It's definitely a must.
Oh, for sure.
Where you can. Like, obviously you can't panel this, but panel something like this, it looks like a furniture piece.
Absolutely.
And then you open it, ta-da! Okay, so then you did this beautiful hardware.
Yes, so solid brass.
Yes.
Okay.
So we did the actual brass hardware.
Correct.
Where and how much was that approximately per?
For this, so let me give you an idea. Just this fridge handle alone, each one is about $120. Each.
Okay.
Okay.
But
so
this is the actual brass, the real
correct,
brass.
solid brass.
So then there's the cheaper option where you can do something a little less expensive.
Yes.
And it's brass coated.
Exactly.
Right.
But it just feels different to touch.
Right.
Right.
And I love this goulash design on it.
Exactly,
Kind of
right?
gives it that
just
extra luxury feel.
Also, another thing that I really enjoyed in this kitchen is the insert that was done inside the cabinets with the LED lights that go around.
That was fantastic because on all of the dark finishes in here, this portion right here has really become a focal point, right? So when you walk in from there, you have the hood and then you have this background finish with the wood.
Absolutely.
That kind of, it becomes like a display. Right, and I love how you did the LEDs in here.
This was the first time.
Fantastic.
You know, Saz, usually we do puck lights.
Yeah.
It's so outdated. I don't like the fact that, you know, people are still using that. So LED channel on the top was always the case.
Perfection.
Now we did one line at the bottom. When you close the doors,
So how did you do that?
it hides the LED.
Is it a strip or is it a groove? You did a groove.
So it's an LED strip.
Yes.
But so this bottom cabinet was grooved with CNC and then the LED strip kind of falls into it.
So
but what I was
nice
going to
and
tell
flush.
you is when you close the door, you don't see the LED strip. All you see is the glow that goes around.
You're kind of
have it from top and bottom.
From top and bottom
Top and
versus the traditional way of having a puck light at the top.
At the top,
And
yes.
it just kind of lights down. And this area would generally be a little bit dark.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's usually very dark.
Yes.
So,
and the trick to this is, guys, if you're considering shelving like this, make sure you put glass inserts. Because I've seen a lot of times where people put the light in there.
And it's all wood?
And it's all wood.
Yeah.
And nothing is really happening. You're just lighting
you
up
only see it at the
that
very top.
Yeah, you're just lighting up the top cabinet. So this is a fantastic idea. So some of the essentials in a kitchen, which some people don't consider, are things like this, like having a little spice rack.
Absolutely.
Right?
You have it on both ends in
Yes.
this application. And again, all the hardware is Bloom, which is a very, very known accessory company for kitchens. You have a magic corner over there. In some cases, you can put a lazy Susan, but I love this magic corner.
So this just definitely adds so much more storage
For sure, because
space.
you're never going to have access to that corner cabinet, right?
Yeah,
So
check this out. This is cool. And the stone. Let's talk about the stone because really this, I feel like when you walk into the kitchen, other than all of the other beautiful features, the stone is definitely top on the list. And I feel like we picked the perfect stone to go with this.
For sure. I mean, obviously we went with a polished natural stone, right? Being Nero Marquina. And what I like so much about this is it flows right into the backsplash.
Right.
So you don't have mix and match of different materials or different color stone. We just with bunch of slabs that are all unique, and we fabricated the stonework of the kitchen.
So how much did something like this cost us?
About $12,000.
About $12,000.
For the natural stone.
Right.
If you want to go less expensive, you can do obviously porcelain for half the price.
Half the price. I mean, this right here is pretty durable.
Correct.
It's dark, so you're pretty safe. If you're cooking and there's spices, you won't have a lot of stains happening on this or actually visibly showing. But if you wanted to keep the price down, porcelain would be the other option.
Absolutely. I always say it, porcelain is always a choice. You can go for that, but for people that know, they know.
Yes,
like people that want the best, they go with natural stone.
Right. One of the reasons why we decided to do one type of stone throughout this kitchen is because it's a smaller space. So if we were dealing with a much larger space, we could play around with the stone, do the island in one color or a different, material, stone finish, and then have the countertop and the backsplash, maybe something else. But something I would keep consistent, I feel, is this. Countertop and backsplash flow together as one piece always. I'm really drawn to this look because I feel like it's very seamless and clean looking.
It's very uniform.
Yes, it's very uniform. But to have this completing this for this kitchen is a fantastic idea if you're dealing with a small space. If you're dealing with a larger space, then obviously you can have fun with it.
But imagine our client thought this kitchen is going to be white.
Yeah.
He thought his whole thing is going to be white with white stone and everything else. So he was shocked when he first came in.
And that's what he said. He said, I thought, it's going to be the typical white and gray kitchen. And it's complete opposite.
No, and it really changes the whole theme of the house, right? The black and gold and obviously with neutral floors.
So Ali, you brought up theme. And I have to say this because we did another video.
Okay.
And we were saying the mistakes that you make throughout the design process. And this is what we did here. Going back to my video is we had a theme for this house and it was more moody because Nelson is, he doesn't have kids to worry about and wanting to maintain certain things. So we just decided to go really masculine and bold. And that kind of starts with the beginning of the house and it carries through into the kitchen which we're standing in right now. But guys, I can't wait for you guys to watch that video.
I think this is going to be like one of those ultimate bachelor pads, to be very honest, because every element is designed and thought of for a single man who's going to be entertaining lots of his buddies and friends, and they're going to have poker nights and whatnot. So yes, that's why the theme was done this way.
Yes. So let's finish it off with the finishes that we did.
Okay.
We definitely added a pot filler, like you mentioned earlier.
So yes, this was one of the things that I actually had to mention to Nelson.
This is a necessity.
I said if you're cooking a lot, you should have a pot filler. And he went for it. I love it. I think he's going to get a lot of use out of it.
Yeah, so we have the black pot filler.
Correct.
We have matched it up with a black sink and faucet with the soap dispenser.
So I wanted to ask you something about this dark stainless steel sink.
Yes.
As you know, it's in now.
Yes.
A lot of people are loving it.
Yeah.
This is like the few last maybe 3 or 4 black kitchens that we designed, we went with a black sink.
Right.
People are loving it. But it's one of those things that I want to ask your opinion. Would you go with a regular sink in a black kitchen, or does it have to be a black sink in a black kitchen?
Well, that's a very good question. That's a good question. I want to know what the viewers think. Guys,
for sure.
Would you do a black sink in a black kitchen, or would you go with a stainless steel sink, or would you do white? Definitely want to know what you guys think, but what I personally think is It really depends on your countertop.
Okay.
Right? So if your countertop is white, I would not put a black sink in there.
Okay.
I would do a stainless steel or a matching white, like just to keep it neutral. And again, it depends on the aesthetic of that kitchen. And if it was dark, like it is here, I like everything to be uniform,
For
right? So I would definitely do a black sink with a black countertop or a dark countertop.
Okay.
I think it looks sleek, it looks very clean, and it looks custom, right? Because if you have everything black and then this is stainless steel, it's the one thing that's off.
For sure.
Right?
For sure. I mean, I'm using it now in almost every one of my modern kitchens,
Yes.
especially if they're black.
Yeah.
But let's ask your audience, see what they think.
In, you know, a world of everything being delayed right now, I'm so glad we have all of our appliances in.
Not just all. Some are still, we're still waiting on. But yeah, 6-7 months order, and we're lucky at least we got the
That's
essentials.
what I'm saying.
We got the essentials.
We have the appliances, which is fantastic. So you guys decided to go with Thermador.
Correct.
Which I love. I think it's a fantastic brand.
Honestly, in the past 10 years, I think I'm their #1 advocate. I'm like,
Yes.
every house I build, right away I push people towards Thermador, even though this video is not sponsored by Thermador.
But maybe it should be the
It
next
should
one.
be, but yeah, because honestly, ease of use, the technology that's involved behind it. One thing I want to show you.
And the look.
I want to
Gosh,
show.
the look. As a designer, it's for me, it's all about the look.
For sure, and functionality. Because one thing I wanted to show you, and maybe you guys can come over and see, with respect to Thermador, if you look,
Such great
all of this
details.
hardware is brass. So then it lasts you a lifetime. You know what I mean? A lot of the other like high-end brands, even though they're very much more expensive than this, they don't do this kind of detail.
Right.
So ease of use, obviously the
And the blue
quality
knobs.
and the blue knobs match your furniture. Have you
This
noticed
blue
that?
knobs, yes, it does.
Which you're gonna show them
We're gonna show
after.
them around after that.
So,
but
yeah.
yes, we matched. Not that we did it intentionally. It just worked out that way.
The blue knobs are actually option. So it's
Oh.
optional. You can have them in different color or in blue.
Well, blue is
an
a
optional,
Nelson
which is
color.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It came out nice. So yes, we did go with Thermador. The panel fridge is also Thermador. The wall oven is Thermador.
So how much
And-
does something like this cost? Let's actually do a breakdown of the cost. How
Okay.
about that?
Okay.
So appliances
Appliances today in Canadian dollars is about $26,000.
for the pieces that we got.
$26,000.
Okay, so that's for your stove.
Stove, range hood, dishwasher, the wall oven, that it's actually a combination oven, and the freezer.
Fridge and freezer.
Correct.
And what about the cabinets?
So the cabinets, let's say about 40,000.
Okay. Hardware?
Hardware, the brass hardware, I would say about 1,200, 1,300.
Countertops?
12, 13,000. It
And-
being natural stone and the real deal. You have your plumbing fixtures.
Yes.
Which is your pot filler and all
Yes,
that. So
of course.
add
Those
another,
are also very expensive.
add another $2,000, $2,200 for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're somewhere around the $70 to $75,000 range.
Give or take. Yeah, I think you're about $75,000 all in all. Remember, there's rough work that was done behind the scenes too, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, around
We're
$75,000.
talking about just what we see
70
right now.
to 75,000 for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So the kitchen itself turned out beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And on the other side, we do have a little bit of a sitting area. So Ali replaced the light fixture. I love this light fixture. It's by Universal Lighting. And we decided to do a nice round table.
Came out so nice.
Beautiful.
And it is honestly the correct match of the countertop.
Yes.
It's exactly the same stone.
It
so it
is.
came out really clean.
Yes. And then it has this beautiful detail at the bottom, which has this gorgeous fluting kind of going all the way down.
Beautiful.
Very custom. And then our chairs, it's so amazing how when you are so involved in a project and so sync with it that things just happen. Well, one of the things that happened was that we ended up matching these blue chairs, kind of like this herringbone effect with our blue knobs on our thermidor.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
I love that. It's really nice together. And obviously, we had to top it off with our moss balls.
You know that's a must, right?
Yes, absolutely. We've been quite busy this past little bit. And it's about to get a lot busier because you are up to a lot of fun things that I want to let the viewers know about.
Absolutely. I mean, you know what I've been up to. There's a few very interesting projects that are coming up. I'm super excited to announce a joint project that I'm doing with Sunny. We're actually building this gorgeous, ultra modern 6,000 square foot home in Vaughan, Ontario. She's going to be doing the interior design, and I'm gonna be doing the build.
Gonna be out of this world.
And I think the clients were talking to me the other day, and they're actually very excited to maybe, you know, come for the ride and have the whole process filmed and bring to your audience.
Yes, she's a subscriber as well.
Yes, she is
found
actually.
Us through our YouTube videos,
Absolutely.
and she loved our work, so she approached us with that.
And it's going to be one of those projects where I think there's a lot to learn for the audience, because there's a lot of detail involved.
Building it from scratch from start to finish.
But another one that I'm super excited to share with you guys is this gorgeous over 12,000 square foot of living space mansion on a 2-acre lot that we are going to build for my client in Stouffville, Ontario. Now, you know, talk about over the top. This one's going to be honestly unlike anything that we've done, because basically there's really no budget. It's a design project.
Which makes it so much more fun.
Yeah, which makes it so much more fun. The client is a little bit out of the GTA.
So for the people that are not from here, they should know that when we say like Stouffville 2-acre lot, that's the only place really north of Toronto you have to go in order to get a lot that size.
Yeah, so they're basically
you can't
all
find anything like that.
So they're
Toronto.
all basically, so even if you find in Toronto, you gotta go like by Drake's house and spend $100 million.
Just on
right?
Yeah.
Just about $100 million. So this is going to be happening, like we're at the beginning stages of design. So I believe this is a winter, spring start of a construction. And
I'll definitely be dropping by to take some videos and show you guys what this property is turning out to look like.
Absolutely. The other one, remember on one of your other videos, we went by Portree, the one so that one's starting as we speak. So
we're gonna start demolition soon.
Exactly. So there's a few very interesting projects that I'm gonna be sharing with you.
Yes, I'm very excited, and I'm sure the viewers are super excited. And if you guys have any kind of new build, or you want to do a major renovation and you're looking for some help, you know who to call. Zarcon Homes, Ali, and Sana's Design, myself, to help you out with that. So definitely reach out to us.
All the content is going to be on the main channel, Sana's main channel, and for, you know, some of the before jobs, the before pictures or videos, you can go to Zarcon Homes on Instagram.
On Instagram, absolutely. Zarcon Homes and Style with Sana's on Instagram. We're on TikTok too now. I'm trying to get you on TikTok. You should start that soon, especially with the building process.
You've been telling me that.
Have a lot of fun
the problem is in our job. I mean, it's not a problem. I love to do that, but everything is so quick and fast-paced. You're literally gonna have a camera out all the time and film it. But hey, why not? Let us know. Let me know actually if you want me to actually start being on TikTok.
Yes, that would be a good poll.
And then we can take it from there.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us on this amazing kitchen transformation.
Absolutely.
You guys did a fantastic job, you and your team.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to show you guys the rest of it. The furniture is slowly starting to come in, so once it's all done, you guys will be the first to see it.